You're just a poor kid. You can't cook like this. Richard Cole's voice thundered across the velvet-lined dining hall, each word slicing through the chatter like a blade. Executives chuckled, glasses clinked, and the French head chef Bernard smirked at the 14-year-old black boy standing in an oversized kitchen jacket. Marcus Reed froze, his fists tightening by his sides as whispers swirled. Why is he even here? His eyes lowered for a moment, then lifted again, steady and unflinching. Give me the chance, he said quietly. The room stilled. Forks hovered midair. In that breath, a boy they mocked refused to break. Bernard slammed a dented pan onto the counter, the sound sharp as a gunshot. Here's your chance, boy. Make us a feast out of trash. He tossed wilted greens, bruised tomatoes, and a slab of meat nearly spoiled at Marcus's feet. The executives roared with laughter, one muttering, "This'll be good, watch him burn." Marcus bent slowly, hands shaking as he gathered the ingredients. His throat tightened, but in his mind, he heard his mother's calm voice, "Even scraps can shine if you treat them with care." He straightened, eyes glinting, then rolled up the sleeves of his oversized jacket. Bernard leaned close, his breath hot with mockery. This is a kitchen, not a soup line. Don't embarrass yourself. Marcus didn't answer. His knife struck the cutting board in quick rhythm, precise, deliberate. Herbs released their fragrance, onions hissed in oil, and for the first time that night, the room grew quiet. The boy they had mocked was building something no ridicule could shake. The sizzling pan filled the room with a fragrance no one expected, warm, sharp, alive. Executives leaned forward, their laughter dying into uneasy silence. Marcus plated the dish with careful hands, each motion steady, unbothered by the eyes drilling into his back. When he slid the plate across the table, Bernard snorted. A street kid stew. Nothing more. Richard Cole lifted his fork, still smirking, and took one bite. The smirk vanished. His jaw froze, eyes flickering with disbelief. He swallowed hard, staring at the boy. How do you know this recipe? His voice cracked, stripped of authority. Marcus's gaze didn't flinch. It was my mother's. She taught me to cook it when we had nothing. A hush crashed over the room. Executives exchanged stunned looks. Bernard's face drained of color. Richard's hand trembled as he set down his fork. Your mother, she worked for me 30 years ago. This was her dish. The hall fell silent. Power shifted in an instant, and every pair of eyes turned from mocking the boy to questioning the man who had humiliated him. Richard's voice softened, almost breaking under its own weight. I mocked you, yet you carry her gift better than any chef I've known. He stood slowly, his chair scraping back across the marble floor. Bernard tried to recover, blurting, It's a trick, he can't possibly, but Richard slammed his palm on the table, the sound cutting him off. Enough. The room jolted. Executives lowered their eyes, shame creeping into their faces. Marcus stood frozen, his chest rising and falling, the memory of his mother's hands guiding his own flooding back with every breath. He hadn't planned to prove anything that night, only to survive. Yet here was the most powerful man in the room, forced to confront the truth in front of everyone. Richard turned back to him, gaze unsteady but resolute. I owe you more than an apology. I owe you recognition. Richard straightened, his voice carrying the weight of both shame and resolve. From this day forward, Marcus Reed is not just a helper. He will lead a program to teach young people what true cooking is, passion, respect, and resilience. Gasps spread across the dining hall. Executives who had mocked now shifted uncomfortably, some bowing their heads. Bernard stepped back, silenced at last. Marcus's throat tightened, but he lifted his chin. My mother believed food could heal what pride destroys. Tonight proved she was right. The word struck deeper than any applause. Richard's eyes glistened, and he nodded slowly, almost in reverence. The boy they had dismissed as, just a poor kid, now stood in quiet triumph. No fireworks, no shouting, only a truth too powerful to deny. In that hushed room, everyone understood that dignity can rise from the lowest place, and sometimes the smallest hands carry the greatest legacy.